Citizens, scholars, and friendly knights everywhere. Tac Nerd 1.0 here, coming at you with a little unboxing. This is, if you've read the title, this is a Glock, but it's just coming in this plain brown box, and that is because this is an LEO trade-in. So I'm not sure what we're going to title this video. It's maybe something like, would you trust an LEO trade-in? Should you trust an LEO trade-in? Or maybe something like refurbishing an old Glock. I'm not sure. But let's get this out of here. And as you can see, it does not come in the average Glock box. It just comes like this. Now this is technically rare because it is a fish gill slide and it is the RTF fish gills. But this thing is so well used. My dealer called it the non-RTF or smooth RTF. And these came into being a while back. These are from Puerto Rico Police Department. Heavily used, as you can see. Got a few scrapes and dings. We're going to clean it up as best we can. Now this does have the nice, I guess they call it the frying pan like finish. It's not as nice as it probably was, I will say, though, because of all the heavy use it has probably been worn down. And this is a 40, and I know there's going to be people out there who don't like that. 40 is still around. It's just not as common as it used to be. But you can see here, this is well used. There's quite a bit of dead skin in there. Now the frame is in good shape, other than the fact that it is just well worn down. Now I am going to go ahead and try to clean this up, as I said, the best I can. I'm going to try to get some of this gunk out of here. Now I'm going to do what I guess a lot of sources say not to do. I'm going to clean the entire thing in an ultrasonic cleaner. I don't think it's going to do any more damage to this frame than it already has. And I'm just going to use Dawn dish soap either way. Now, I don't know if there's really a lot of collector's value in this, so I am going to replace some of the parts. I'm going to replace these sights. They are, I mean, they're fine, but they are well worn down. And I have some sights I can put on there. I got a new back plate. I got a new return assembly, coil, spring, whatever. Few other parts here and there. And then, yeah, we'll take this out and shoot it. Now, in preparation for that, I did grab some things here. Some 40, which I don't have a lot of because I just don't really shoot it. But they did have a sale on these. I thought this was quite fitting. These are actually police trade-in magazines. I thought if we go on the premise of shooting on a budget, this would make sense. And these are used. You can see they're well used. That one's got a nice big old gouge on it right there. Let's see if they fit. Now I can't show this on camera because YouTube won't like that. Yeah. Seems to fit great. Does it lock back? Yes, locks back just fine. And YouTube, of course, these are normal size magazines. Now I had a 40 long ago, many years ago. Didn't really care for it. It was a Smith & Wesson M&P 9C, I think. It was a smaller version. It was very snappy. 40 is snappy as it is. Put it in a short, a small snubby polymer striker fire, and it's all over the place. I didn't own that for very long. I ended up trading it in for something. I'm not sure, but you know, it's an issue. And I think that's why people eventually went back to 9mm, because they just didn't like 40. But it still has a very rampant following out there. A lot of people say it's mostly the poors because some of them, that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to a lot of these places and they're getting these police trade-ins. And the thing is, they're good guns. They work. A Glock is going to work pretty much forever with minimum maintenance. There's really nothing that's gonna kill it. Now, like I said, this frame is god awful. Maybe not terrible. We'll see after it's a couple wash throughs. But it's gonna work. I guarantee you. We're gonna take it to the range. It's gonna work. But folks, that's it for now. We'll get this to the range as soon as possible, and then we'll talk about LEO trade-ins and what kind of value you get out of those and what you can do with them. I'm going to give you a quick spoiler right now. If you do get an LEO trade-in, either get a 45 because that's what you like, or if you like 9, get the 40, because the 9mm conversion barrels for these are so cheap that you can buy the conversion barrel, still come out on top price-wise, and be able to shoot 2 calibers. And if you're in this for some sort of survivability prepping and you're doing it on a budget, you really can't do any worse than that. So I think that's a great option. But as I said, we're going to cut in some footage here and there, and then we'll be back. Stay tuned. All right, fellow humans, we are back. Tack Nerd here. We have gone ahead and cleaned up our little LEO project here, our 40. And as you can see, it looks really pretty good, especially the slide. The only parts that really didn't come out well is a little bit of wear here, a little bit here. Other than that, it's pretty good. The slide came out really, really nice. I did end up putting new sights on it. I actually like stock Glock sights. I know that's weird. Got a new back plate. Got some new internals. New recoil spring. Now the frame, on the other hand, that's been a bit of a challenge. So I've got it to a pretty matte. Now I did go through the ultrasonic cleaner. We got it all cleaned up. And I actually went ahead and did a little blasting on the frame and got it pretty even. And so it's better. It's a little too matte for me. Probably going to go ahead and illumihide this black, and then we'll put some clear over it. I've done that before. They come out looking really nice. So we'll probably do that. And of course, I went ahead and got a Glock box for it. Got our mags, got our loader, got the official instructions, the lock. Now this box is it's for a 40, it's for a G22, it's for a Gen 4 though. It kind of fits well enough, well enough for me. So I think it's looking pretty good. Like I said, we've got a little bit more work to do. A little bit more work to do on the frame, but it's a heck of a lot better, I think, than it was. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is at this point. We got to get out there, get to the range. Soon as the weather breaks, we'll be good. But we've been teased by a few nice days. But then now we're back to Arctic. So as soon as we can, we'll get out there and finish this up. Get some footage of shooting it. We'll talk a little more about LEO trade-ins and how great they are, how much you can do with your money with these. But folks, that is about it for today. That's about all we have. Stay tuned though for the range video and for more videos coming up. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys all got something out of this today. And I want to challenge you, if you've made it this far in the video, Down below, there's going to be a pinned comment. We're going to ask what you feel about LEO trade-ins and if you have had any experience with them yourself. So please make a comment down there below. Let me know how you feel. Folks, this has been Tac Nerd. Remember, prep appropriately. Tac Nerd signing out.